This channel is proudly sponsored by EraScapes. Check out the Patreon for audio dramas, free previews, and exclusive tiers featuring music, content creation, and all things related to professional creativity. If you love the Era role-playing game settings, you are going to love EraScapes. Check out the link in the description below. Hi! Welcome to this part of my review featuring Blackwatch 2385. If you haven't seen the other parts of my review, featuring this sci-fi tabletop RPG, where you play as members of the infamous Blackwatch organization, please check out the playlist in the description below. This time we are going to continue talking about combat, starting with movement. For some situations, and in particular for combat, it is often necessary to determine how fast a character can move, or how far within a certain length of time. Situations like this are where character movement comes into place. Character movement in Blackwatch has been reduced to 5 simple speeds. From fastest to slowest, they are sprinting, running, jogging, walking, and crawling. Characters have a maximum number of movement points they may expend during a move action, equal to their agility score multiplied by 2. The cost to move 1 meter, a single hex during combat, or to change facing by a single hex side, and thus direction of travel, is 1 point. And of course, terrain will have an impact on your movement if you are using the advanced rules. You can also use your movement points to change your stance, from standing to sitting to lying prone. Let's talk about explosives and explosions. Explosions do a special kind of non-lethal damage called concussive damage. Concussive damage is different from normal non-lethal damage in 2 ways. First, it totally ignores any non-rigid armor. Second, it is applied directly to overall hit points instead of a single hit location. Explosions, like many other forms of damage, have effects in multiples of d6. When an explosion occurs, the Game Master will assign it a number of d6s, which are then rolled to represent the damage at the center of the explosion, the ground zero damage. This damage is the damage applied directly to the overall hit points of any person or people located within 1 meter of the center of the explosion. So depending on where you are standing in relation to ground zero, you're going to take variable amounts of damage. And if the explosion is caused by a fragmentation device, there is a chance that these fragments will violently get inserted into your body, dealing lethal damage. You have many examples on how to carry out combat, because this type of combat can be as detailed or as simple as you want it to be. If you want a more complex or nuanced type of combat, just add the advanced rules. And this concludes this part of the review. In the next part we are going to talk about combat in space. I like the attention to detail that has been placed upon movement and explosions, because you never know how much a player wants in terms of detail and simulation in a particular combat encounter. The advanced rules are just there to be optional, but I think that as you become more familiar with this system, you're going to be quite curious about how these advanced rules are going to work out during the usual flow of combat. So I think that most players are going to end up using these advanced rules because they are not that complicated. Thank you for watching this part of the review. Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. And thank you so much to those of you that are going the extra mile to support the channel. If anyone else wishes to further support the channel through PayPal or RPG, the information will be in the description and in the pinned comment. This has been Abraham El Jaguar, a professional game master. If you want me to run a game for you, please check out the pinned comment as well. And remember, it is better to roleplay and fail in character than not to roleplay and fail as a player. Once again, thank you and see you later.